Look at that, guys. Would you go to a restaurant or would you just make this at home? Okay, hello folks. Well, I've been busy working in the yard, and soon it's going to be August long weekend here in Manitoba with Terry Fox Day. We've got the Icelandic Festival this weekend, and I'm taking a little bit of a rest today, so I'm going to make some French onion soup, a very simple way and something that anybody can do. And really, the cooking process only takes no more than half hour. You can speed it up if you don't want your onions cooked very much. And then I'll show you what we do at the end, because we don't have a salamander like you might see on Triple D, but there is a way that we're going to crisp up the cheese at the end, and I'll show you what tool we use for that. So let me get my trusty knife here, make sure that it's very sharp for cutting onions. And now it's time to cry. Okay, so for cooking this soup, you're just going to need a little bit of butter. Oh, the lighting still isn't good in here. Maggi seasoning, one of the best. Oxo, beef in a mug. Olive oil. And the bacon grease that you save after you cook the bacon. And of course, onions. And then at the end, we'll just need some croutons and some mozzarella cheese or a cheese of your choice. The first thing I will do is put some butter into the pot. And measurements do not matter, especially with this recipe. It's not even a recipe, I just kind of figured it out. And a little bit of dash of oil. Just a little bit. Now, as far as the onions go, I'm going to make quite a bit of soup, so you make quite a bit of onions. If you don't want too much soup, you can even make this individually for a single serving. But I'm making it for a family of 3, and I am a big eater, and we want to have leftovers usually. So we're just going to chop up a whole bunch of onions. And you can chop them any way you want. I like little strings, and this is an easy way to do it, just like this. Make sure your knife is nice and sharp. And there we go. Okay, that's it. Throw it in the pan. That's it. Okay, now you repeat that process for however many onions you want. Time to cook it. Now, there is much debate, especially around my household, whether you should saute the onions and caramelize them. I'm going to do it for a little bit, but maybe not to the degree that some people would like. I would say that it's not even a necessary step. You're going to get a lot of flavor from the Maggi and the bacon and the oxo. If you want it done quicker, it's just a waste of time to saute them. I haven't noticed a difference. I've done it both ways. I'm in no rush, so I'll let them cook down a little bit before I add the water. Now, as for the family wooden spoon that has been in the family for generations, traveled across the Atlantic Ocean all the way from Poland. It used to be this long. Well, by the time it breaks, we just cut it down. Do you know how much centuries of flavor are in this spoon? That's half the recipe. One recommendation I might have is that these onions are really cooking down quite a bit. So they're already about half the size of the onions that I put in here. So if you've got a big family, make lots more than you think you need, okay? But if you want a single serving, maybe even 1 or 2 onions will be good. But we're just gonna let them do their thing for a little bit. And we've all heard that saying, you can't have it fast, good, or cheap. You can't have all 3. You can pick 2 of the 3, any combination of 2 of the 3, but not all 3 together. But this French onion soup is good, fast, cheap, and easy. So that's 4. Okay, so you can see we're getting some color now in here, and that's about as far as I'm gonna take this. There's gonna be lots of other flavors in there with the bouillon and the Maggi, and from the onion. Okay? You could caramelize them even further if you wanted, but that's good enough. Okay, so just add water. You can use beef broth if you wanted to. And oftentimes there's complaints that there's not enough juice. So I'm going to add more water this time than I usually do. Again, this is a no measurement soup. It's whatever consistency you would like at the end. Okay, so I filled it up about 2/3 of the way so that we've got leftovers. Okay, now straight back onto the cooktop. We're going to put it on 425. Again, it doesn't matter. I just want it to boil, so that's how I'm going to do it. Now we take OXO beef in a mug. This is good just drinking like as a coffee, but as a beef in a mug, really nice. And put in some seasoning. French onion soup is supposed to be salty, so a liberal serving. That was probably 3 tablespoons. And this sauce, magical sauce. This will give it a bit of a sweeter, almost, there are hints of maple in this sauce, Maggi. So if you like it, I highly recommend adding it in. Now we'll give it a little bit of a stir, and you can see how the color has already changed to that nice French onion soup color. Gonna add a little bit more. There you go. Now there are instances where you don't want mushy onions, like it depends what you're eating. But in this instance, you do want them to be soft. I don't think you would want a crunch of an onion in a French onion soup. So we're gonna boil it until the onions are soft. And while that's going, I might as well take the doggies outside to go play. You wanna go play? Come on, munchkies. Hey, big Scouty boy and Stella. Hey guys. Yeah, okay. You guys can't eat onions, can you? No, Dr. Mayo said no onions for my Dalmatians. Right? Come here, Stella. Hey, puppies. Let's go play. It's hot outside today, so not too long. Come on, munchkies. Always got to do her stretches before we go out. Okay. She likes rubbing the tummy. Who likes rubbing the tummy? Who likes tummy rubs? Who likes tummy rubs? Hey. Oh, you're sunbathing, Scout? Are you sunbathing? Okay, so we have achieved a boil, and it has been boiling for some time. And then I was going to say the noodles, the onions, they're like Polish ramen, yeah. The onions are nice and soft now. It'll be a delicious soup. So we're going to take this off the heat, and I'm going to show you the final step before we eat it. I think we got these guys waiting for some food. It's almost their supper time. Scout. It's almost 4:30. Stella, what do you think? Okay, so the last things you'll need is your mozzarella cheese and some croutons. I'm using this wooden board because when it's going to come out of the oven, it's going to be very hot. See, all the caramelization disappears from the onions, even if you caramelize them. So I've got these croutons here, restaurant style, brownstone. This part I like to do as quickly as possible, but I'm filming, so this serves as the bread here. I'm just using the leftovers from the package. I've got another one, but that'll have to do for this time. And cheese of your choice. In this instance, we're using mozzarella. You probably try this and say, hey, this is even better than the restaurant. There's way more cheese. And then we put it on the New Wave oven. This is going to serve essentially as a salamander. It is right to the top. But you're going to see what a lovely job this does. Cook time, 6 minutes, start. Oh boy, oh boy. Look at that, guys. Would you go to a restaurant or would you just make this at home? My goodness, that'd be a $10, $12 soup at the restaurant. So beautiful. It might still be a little warm. Of course it will be, but should I do the famous cheese pull? It should have a cheese pull somewhere. I'll do it with my hand if I have to. Oh, didn't work. Oh. I still don't have enough broth in here. Give me a moment, let me add some broth. Okay, that's better. Now we got some broth going here. Oh, wow. Two Michelin stars. Oh, that's technically a cheese pull. Oh, wow. Checking all the boxes on the flavor. Salty, savory, hot, delicious. Okay, guys, all I would suggest is you've seen enough of me eating it and you've probably gotten pretty hungry right now. So just go out, go to your kitchen, make sure you have the ingredients, and try it. We'll catch you on the next video. I gotta make another bowl.